Octopuses are basically aliens, and I have proof. Fast cuts of octopuses changing color, escaping tanks, and looking sneaky. Octopuses are weird. Octopuses aren't just smart. They're not just cool. They're not even just ocean ninjas with 8 arms and a sneaky attitude. They are full-on alien-level weird. Like, what even are you and how do you exist levels of weird? You want to know how weird? Let's start with this. They have 3 hearts. Yep, 3. 2 of them pump blood to the gills. The third one? It pumps to the rest of the body. But here's the plot twist. When they swim, that third heart literally stops, which means swimming is kind of exhausting, so they mostly crawl, octopus crawling across the ocean floor like it owns the place. And their blood? Not red. It's blue. Why? Because it's based on copper, not iron. Hemocyanin instead of hemoglobin helps them survive the cold, low-oxygen depths of the sea. So if you're keeping score, 3 hearts blue blood can get tired from swimming. Still the most dangerous brainiac in the reef. But wait, let's talk about brains. Octopuses don't just have a brain, they have 9. 1 main brain and 1 in each arm. Which means, yes, each arm is basically doing its own thing. They re-like co-workers who didn't TCC each other on the email, but still got the job done. And speaking of jars, octopuses can open them. From the inside, they can solve puzzles, escape tanks, recognize faces, and maybe, just maybe, plot your demise. Dramatic reenactment of an octopus escaping a locked aquarium tank. Cue Mission Impossible theme. Now you're probably thinking, okay, sure, they're smart. But how smart are they? Well, there are octopuses that have solved mazes, learned by watching others, unscrewed jars from the inside, remembered human faces. And yes, some even escaped their tanks at night, crawled across the floor, ate fish from a neighboring tank, and went back like nothing happened. Basically, they're the criminal masterminds of the ocean. Octopuses camouflaging into rocks, coral, and sand. But intelligence is just the beginning. Octopuses are shapeshifters. They can squeeze through anything as long as their beak fits. That's the only hard part of their body. No bones, just pure, squishy, sneaky flesh. They can change color and texture on the fly. We're talking from bumpy coral to smooth sand in seconds. Why? Because they have special skin cells called chromatophores and papillae. Chromatophores, chasse color. Papillae, chasse texture. This isn't just camouflage, it's supernatural cosplay. Some octopuses don't just hide, they impersonate. There's literally a thing called the mimic octopus. It can look like a lionfish, sea snake, or flatfish, depending on what predator it wants to trick. This is the marine equivalent of someone changing their entire outfit, face, and accent just to avoid talking to a neighbor. Let's talk feelings. Octopuses can change color depending on their mood. Angry, dark red, scared, pale, or white. Chill, earthy tones. But here's the kicker. Despite their high intelligence, octopuses are not social. They don't do teamwork. They don't raise families. They're lone wolves. Ocean introverts, the Batman of invertebrates. And yet, they have complex emotions, long-term memory, and can learn by watching. They can even play. Are they sentient? Honestly? Maybe. Scientists are still debating, but it's getting harder to argue they're not someone in there. All right, time for some heartbreak. Octopus reproduction is rough. The male dies shortly after mating. The female lays up to 400,000 eggs, guards them for months, never eats, and then dies. She literally devotes the rest of her life to protecting her babies. Sometimes she even eats her own arms to stay alive long enough. Why would evolution do this? Answer: we don't fully know. But scientists think it prevents older octopuses from eating their young or hogging resources. Nature is brutal. But it doesn't stop being weird. Cut to octopus drifting eerily through deep-sea blackness. Now here's the wildest theory of them all. What if octopuses aren't from Earth? There was a 2018 paper that suggested octopus genes are so bizarre they might have come from space. like literally seeded by a comet. Scientists called it panspermia, the idea that life came from beyond Earth. Now, real talk. Most scientists don't buy this. There's zero hard evidence, but the idea stuck because, look at them. They do seem like aliens. They evolved completely differently from any vertebrate. No backbone, no skeleton. Insane intelligence, jet-powered movement, blue blood, 9 brains, 3 hearts. Octopuses are what evolution makes when it's allowed to go totally off script. Octopuses doing cool things. Color changes, escaping tanks, solving puzzles. They have blue blood, 3 hearts, 9 semi-independent brains, instant camouflage, super strength, near-psychic problem-solving powers. And they do all of this in total silence, with no bones, no voice, no tools. Octopuses didn't just evolve, they rebelled against nature. So yeah, they might not be from space. But if aliens ever visit Earth, they'll probably say, "We've been watching, and the octopus is our guy." Like and subscribe for more deep-sea weirdness. Stay curious.